When you have finally decided to marry your girlfriend, you consider A to Z aspects of it. And when you're planning to buy a premium riding gear, you check the A to Z options available in the market. And when it's time to buy a street naked bike fit for urban jungle and which falls below 1000cc, then you don't have to explore more because Kawasaki has an option for you. The all new 2024 Z900. Talking about the design and styling, Kawasaki has carried over the Sugami style, low set headlight, crouched body position and upswept tail. So when it comes about the suspension, you can adjust the preload and rebound in the front as well as in the rear monoshock. You can set the preload and rebound. When you look closely at the headlight, for me personally, it reminds me of the movie Predator and the character Predator. You can see those DRLs just like the tooth of the Predator. Yeah, and this is a lethal machine. You get a massive 17 liters metal tank, so you can easily mount your magnetic tank bags on the tank. This time around the tank is little narrow towards the rider, so there won't be any problem or it wouldn't be a hassle, gripping the tank. You can easily grab the tank from your thighs. But in the Z800, that was the main concern because the tank was little wider. The rider's seat is well padded and it's well cushioned to give you the maximum comfort, and you have got a lot of room around. If you want to sit upright, you can, and when it's time to tuck in and go full throttle, you can just move a little back and you have a lot of room to move around here. The pillion seat is little hard and it's very small, so your girlfriend or your wife cannot manage a long ride on it. Even if they do, it might stress them a lot. The green bits on the steel trellis frame adds on to the aesthetics. So the heart of the machine, the engine, is a 948cc inline 4 mil which churns about 125 PS of power and 98.6 Newton meters of torque. You get a decent TFT display which is minimalistic, and you get 4 riding modes, that is rain, sport, road and a custom mode where you can set your preferences. You get adjustable clutch as well as the brake lever to set your reach. This machine weighs more than 200 kilos, I believe 212 kilos to be precise, but you could never feel the symphony of the inline 4 in the stock exhaust setup is so pleasant. Yes, it does miss out few options which are available with its competitors. You do not get the quick shifter, but I never felt that we are missing a quick shifter or the need of quick shifter in this machine when I was riding. When you have such a good transmission, a smooth transmission, and the gearbox is so slick and butter smooth, I never felt the need of a quick shifter, or I never missed quick shifter when I was riding this machine. This machine is built to dominate the urban jungle. So we put this machine to test based on 2 different aspects. One was on the city road to experience the everyday commute and the feedback out of it, and on highways. So when we put this machine on the traffic, that is on the city roads, in standstill traffic, we were really impressed the way the heat was managed. The heat dissipation was well channeled, so I could barely feel any heat. Since this is a 4-cylinder engine, I could barely feel the heat, and yes, on the meter it was showing somewhere around 95 plus degrees, but I couldn't feel it on the standstill traffic. And once the machine keeps going, the heat also just vanishes out and you can barely feel any heat in your thighs. We were really surprised to see this because in the speed of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour, it could still stay in the 6th gear. And when it was time to whack open the throttle, the power delivery was so linear and it could really pick up from the 6th gear in the speed of 40 kilometers per hour because the peak torque, the 50% of the torque is available post 2,500 rpm, so you do not have to struggle, you do not have to downshift again and again to get that pull. So you get that constant pull, a linear pull, even if you are in 5th or 4th or 6th gear. On highways, this machine is a lethal beast, because like this might look compact, but as I told you, this is a predator. It is so vicious, it's so lethal, just like the predator. So once you go to the sport mode and once you whack open the throttle, it is so rev happy that you never feel the vibration. Yes, you might find it somewhere around 7,000 rpm and somewhere around 9,000 rpm when you are hitting the peak torque, but then that is not that noticeable, and this machine can easily clock past 220 kilometers per hour without any stress. And it's a naked bike, it's a street naked bike, but still the wind blast was well channeled until 150-160 kilometers per hour. So I could easily tuck in and I could easily cruise in the speed of 150-160 kilometers per hour, and the suspension was well damped, the ride quality was top notch, and the engine, the transmission, Kawasaki, I love you for that. The instrument cluster is decent enough, but I felt it is a little headache when you want to toggle between many different options, or it's not that quick because it's not that intuitive to set or select options. Another con what I felt was the turning radius. So if it's a tight parking situation what you are facing, then you might have to struggle a little bit to get your bike out of the parking place, or even when you have to make a U-turn in tight roads, then that would be a problem. With an attractive pricing of 9.29 lakhs ex-showroom in Bangalore, this would be the best choice money can buy when you're opting for a street naked bike under 1000cc. Stay tuned for CRA Motorsports to have more contents on racing, and if racing is your dream, join CRA Motorsports.